Hello and welcome to the Friday edition of The Locker Room on the Voice of the People TV. I am Jerry Apelihar, your host for everything football, and definitely we're unpacking the biggest matchups, hottest rumors, and all the drama from the pitch. Of course, joining me today are James and Maiwa, who are ready to break down the action and debate the key moments for the weekend. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never get to miss an episode of The Locker Room. All right, let's get into it, the action. All right, James, we're looking forward to a very power-packed weekend as far as the midweek football is concerned. We've seen the readjustment of the Premier League table. Iwobi was on fire last night. 2 goals to his name.
A very wonderful performance for Iwobi yesterday, getting 2 goals on this, being on the score sheet is one thing. And scoring 2 goals against the Brighton side has been okay, a beautiful one. But for a very good evening to you, Jerry, and also to our audience out there. Good evening, and that beautiful day to talk football. And yes, it's Friday. We know what comes with the Friday. A lot of football actions, a lot of football drama keeps on coming. And starting from today up to Sunday, not just in the EPL, we also see a lot of actions in La Liga and also in Syria. But it's a beautiful day to talk football, and we see what the show has for us today.
All right, let's see what we have for you today on The Locker Room. Is the Friday edition. We start from the home front, where they report that the Nigerian Football Federation plans to appoint a new coach for the senior national team before the World Cup qualifiers resume in the month of March. Interim coach Austin Eguavoen, who led the team to qualify for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, will return to his position as technical director. The new coach is expected to be hired in January, with Eguavoen involved in the selection process. And the new coach will have a short-term contract for the World Cup qualifiers ending in October. Extension of the contract to cover the African Cup of Nations in December will hinge on the team's World Cup qualification, as the Super Eagles currently sit 5th in their group, 4 points behind leaders Rwanda. And their upcoming matches include a qualifier against Rwanda in March and a home game against Zimbabwe. So it is what it is. But I think December is already here. They say, okay, ending of December, they should in January. I hope it will not be February by the time January 1st hits us. Because the fact that they are going to be considering the coach on a short-term basis from January, March till October, don't you think?
Type of coach they go for me, I believe that I think the type of coach they go for me, I believe that I think the type of coach they go for, they decide we will determine if we have a fighting chance in the World Cup qualification or not. But the time frame is actually a very, very short time, barely 2 months. And let's not forget, there are no friendlies or anything that the coach will use to determine what the strongest 11 might be. But I love the fact that they still insist on the coach is going to have Eguavoen in his technical team to help him guide and navigate the qualifications. But looking at it, do you believe this NFF to be one that will give us a coach before then? For me, I don't. And it's looking like Eguavoen is still going to be in charge till March. They promised the end of December. The end of December now is barely 3 weeks away, and now they're coming to shift it to January. In January, I'll not be surprised if there's another story of maybe the end of February. So looking at it, this NFF is somebody that understands. Just days back, we spoke about how the NFF and the Sports Commission are yet to conclude on or come to a decision on who they want, if it's a foreign coach, because the Sports Commission were coming from the angle that they want a local coach, and they don't see it as wise enough for them going to get a foreign coach barely, and that the World Cup qualification is not looking like a short thing for them. And the NFF are insisting on a foreign coach, so it's looking like these people are yet to come to a conclusion. All this rigmarole, all this drama they are playing around, I don't even believe them at this point. Let's see. End of December, now they've shifted it to January. Let's see what they come with in January.
All right, let's see what happens, and I would like to pick your thoughts on this as far as the coaching position of the Super Eagles is concerned. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and even on Twitter, we would like to take you up on what you think about giving the coach a short-term contract from the month of January to March, which the World Cup qualifiers end, and whatever he does, we'll see if they will need to retain him to take the team to the World Nations Cup of December. All right, the name of the coach is still yet to be unveiled by the NFF, but that is the plan they've put in place. They say there's already someone who's going to pay for the services of the coach. So Javi Reynard is out of the picture because he's currently the coach of the Saudi Arabian national team. He has returned back to the team. So we're looking at other coaches as far as the foreign coach for the Super Eagles is concerned. Of course, if Mariwa joins us anytime soon, we'll take a look at that with him. All right, drop your comments under the comment section while we take your comment on what you think about the short-term contract for the Spurs foreign technical advisor. Meanwhile, former international footballer Samson Siasia has urged Austin Eguavoen, the technical advisor for the Super Eagles, to resign from one of his dual roles to focus more effectively on his responsibilities. Speaking at a football event in Abuja, Siasia criticized the idea of hiring a foreign technical advisor, asserting that Nigeria has plenty of capable local coaches. He expressed concern over the Super Eagles' recent performance, particularly following the loss to Rwanda, which he believes could tarnish Nigeria's football reputation. And Siasia suggested that Eguavoen, who is also the technical director, should concentrate on that role alone, as managing both positions is impractical. He noted that the team's lackluster performance might be understandable given their qualification for the AFCON tournament, but emphasized the disappointment of losing at home. So Samson Siasia is already stylishly maybe telling them, Eguavoen, go back to your technical role. Let someone like us who are technically gifted.
Person will not get work. They advise you your work no good.
It is what it is.
It's looking like Eguavoen is lobbying for Siasia is lobbying for Eguavoen to take a step off his coaching role so he can come in. The way it's looking like, but I think there are some truths in what Siasia is saying. The fact that you cannot be everywhere and expect the best of results. If Eguavoen is given a single role and he focuses on, he channels all his energy on that particular role, I think you'll be expecting good results. You don't expect one person to be technical advisor, Super Eagles coach, and also the Chan Eagles coach. And how do you expect the best of results from just one person? So I think it's high time the NFL just come to a conclusion and decide on what they want. And yes, taking him off several jobs. And let's not forget, these are just the three that we are talking about. And these three are very important. It's not like any of the jobs is one you can push by the side. The Super Eagles coach is an important role. Also the Chan Eagles. And now the technical advisor where he was before. So yes, Siasia has a point, but even if they take him off, take the job off his hands, do you think this NFL are going to look at a local coach or a Nigerian to take over those jobs? Obviously, their eyes are not setting for those. They are currently focused on getting a foreigner or white man to come and do these jobs. Let's not forget, even one of the technical advisors is even a foreigner. So what these guys are giving to the NFL, maybe one day they will come and tell us. Because at this point, I see no reason why you have people like a Siasia doing that who have done it before and are currently out of job, and you have been rolling around for the past 11 months looking for a coach, and you have not gotten anyone. Let's not forget, on this show, we speculated that they are waiting for Siasia, but the Siasia ban has been over for about how many months? Like 5 or almost 6 months now, and up to this very moment, nothing has been done. No conversation has been had. Siasia is still jobless as it stands. He has not gotten a job. And the NFF are not even looking towards that angle. They are focusing on getting a foreign coach who will come and stay a short term. And if he does not do the job, he will carry his load and collect the salary he has collected for the 3 months he worked and go. And who will stay at home in Nigeria and be watching Ghana in the next World Cup, or maybe Rwanda in the next World Cup, or South Africa? It's going to be embarrassing. 2 years, two World Cup back to back. Nigeria will not be participating. It's sad.
All right, and of course, Maiwa joins us now. We've been talking about the foreign coach of the Super Eagles and the talk that the NFF is planning to give the new coach a short-term contract, talking about that will run through the World Cup qualifiers from the month of March to October. Though the name of the coach has not been revealed yet, because we've heard a lot of names, we don't want to start towing the line of telling you the speculation they're giving to us once more, because even if the speculations are mostly right, at the end of the day, Gosol and his board will scuttle the plan, and we will now look as if we are stupid, as if we don't know what we are doing. It's the NFF. You know, they say, don't kill the messenger. Just accept the message the way it is. The NFF has been delivering very, very ridiculous messages as far as the next coach of the Super Eagles is concerned. We'll continue to do our best. So now we've decided to keep the names they've talked about to our chest and wait till the coach is on this hot seat in the month of March. Even if they tell you that there's a coach that has been talked to in January, you have to wait till March when he's on the touchline before you guarantee Nigerians that he's the coach. Mayo, you're welcome.
Well, it's amazing to be here. I mean, see, the thing is this, the NFF, they don't have a direction. Why would you give a coach a short-term contract? You say you want to give him a short-term contract for the World Cup qualifier. The World Cup qualifier will probably take us till the end of 2025, probably November, December. That's when the World Cup qualifier will end. So you are giving the coach a contract of about 8 months. That's about 200, and that's about 8 times 4. That's about $480,000. Now you want to give up to a coach that probably not guarantee us a walk-up bet. To be honest with you, I've said it over and over again. There is no reason why we are not sticking to our local coach. A foreign coach cannot guarantee us a walk-up bet. This unnecessary short-term contract and the rest of that does not make any logical sense. That's number 2. Who is the coach that is going to agree to the short-term contract? Remember, even when they were talking about hiring a coach on a permanent basis, they gave us about 5 audio coaches in the last 11 months. Now they're talking about a short-term contract. Who is the coach that is coming to take, that is coming to for the short-term contract? We cannot name the coach because they start naming the list that they have brought out, to be like we are deceiving, that we are helping NFF to deceive Nigerians, and we don't want to do that. The fact is this: the NFF are clueless. They don't know what they need to do. I've said it over and over again. It's good Siasia also is coming out to say it. There is no reason to hire a foreign coach. There is no reason. The situation we are in right now, hiring a foreign coach is just more like fetching water in a basket. Definitely, if you are fetching water, the basket will never get filled up, because there's a lot of loopholes there's a lot of holes in the basket, and that's what the NFF wants to do. They just want to waste money. This getting a short-term coach does not make any sense. If you want to stick to a foreign coach, hire a foreign coach, give him a long-term contract. Let's begin to take our mind off the World Cup, because what they are trying to do now is the coach they are bringing, has a mandate to qualify us for a World Cup, when it's not even in our hands. It's in the hands of 4 other teams. So it doesn't make any logical sense. For me personally, I think they should forget about this foreign coach issue, and probably whatever coach they want to hire, give the coach a long-term contract. Let's not begin to take our mind off this World Cup. If they are looking for a savior that will be a foreign coach that will get us to the World Cup and waste dollars, it doesn't make any sense.
All right.
Funny how they are already setting the coach up for failure. I think whoever the coach is that takes the job and does not get all this qualification, I'm sure it's going to be dragged real hard. And an average Nigerian will not focus on the NFF for giving him the job in a wrong time, but focus on the amount that he has been earning for the past how many months, and the games that came and he could not get the victory or maybe get all the qualifications. I think I don't think any grade A coach will take this job.
James,
no grade
anything that happened in a game against Rwanda, that will determine the fate of any coach that handles that. The game that will make or mar any coach or even the team is that game against Rwanda at the Amahoro Stadium. If that game they don't win, I mean win convincingly, not 1-0. If they win 1-0, there will still be questions.
I don't even believe that they are in search of any coach. Let them just sit down on one side. But now that they are claiming that there's a coach in mind, that they have settled discussions with, and it's supposed to resume in January, right? Okay, they'll make an announcement in the end of January. I don't think that coach is in any from grade A to W. Because if somebody like Averena that has looked at the situation and has known, and he knows what is coming along with the whole job, he has seen the offer, the money is okay, everything is okay, decides on not taking the job, Who is the person they are bringing? Is the person better than Aberenad?
Anyway, my wife is quite rather unfortunate. Though Sam Siasia said that it was disappointing to lose at home to Rwanda. He also made mention of the fact that Austin Ogovon should evacuate one of the positions. He should resign, whether as the coach or the technical advisor. But he thinks that he should go back to his role as a technical advisor while they look for a coach who he believes a local coach is the best option right now, meaning that maybe Sam Siasia is already selling himself in that aspect. And if you take a look at Nigerian football right now, the only thing that has been growing is Gosol Stormy. Because the last time he went, I think I saw a picture of him going in a meeting with Shehu Diko, talking about strategy, how to make sure the team qualifies for the World Cup. And they've already agreed that a foreign coach is the final answer, and they're going to give him a short-term contract and so on and so forth. So it is what it is.
Well, I think the thing is this: Siasa is very correct, and I also blame Eguavon for this. The reason is this: Eguavon never spoke up. That's number one. Number two, he decided to, save face for the NFF in quote, if I use that language. When they were piling up job on him, probably he thought they probably be his remaining to people in power in terms of just taking whatever out for him. He's the technical advisor. He took on the job of the technical advisor. He also took up the job of the Chan Eagles, and probably he thought if he did that, they probably give him the necessary backing to be able to succeed as a Super Eagles coach. Lo and behold, what has already planned, what we have known for months, because of trying to change the team. New faces. All the hell is let loose. So for me personally, this for himself, we should probably told them that if I want to take the Super.
All right, so sorry there about the. Okay, Mario, you're still with us?
He should probably take up the Chan Eagles job. If he wants to go back to the technical director, he should probably do that. However, he cannot be running the three positions together. He's technical director, he's a Super Eagles coach, he's Chan Eagles. He's the Super Eagles coach. They don't believe in him. I said it I think a couple of weeks ago that Eguavon should resign. How can you be the current coach of the Super Eagles? You were the one that saved the NFF from the embarrassment of not having a coach to show up in our game. Yet, because of you had a very bad two games, that talking about hiring a foreign coach, and you are the technical director, and you are supposed to be part of those that will interview the coach that is supposed to take over from you. You are still on the job. The NFF is not giving you the necessary support. Eguavon should have resigned. To be honest with you, the NFF are taking him for granted. I mean, they can't do this to a foreign coach, yet they are doing it for our local coach. And Siasia rightly said, there is no point wasting money. The coach they are bringing will not guarantee us. I mean, Averina has come out to say it. He would have taken the job, but he saw that the situation we are in currently is very precarious. There is no point coming to damage your CV on a project that is 90% sure to fail. Unless one strange miracle happens, that's when you can overtake 4 teams. The 4 teams ahead of us, I don't think the four of them will mess up. Maybe 1 or 2 of them will mess up. The remaining 2 probably fight it to the end. So, I mean, there is no point wasting money. Let's stick to our local coaches. Our local coaches can do it. Unless if they will bring a coach that will guarantee, that will sign it, that is going to win the World Cup for us, or is going to do something fantastic. If the coach cannot do more than our local coach, why are we going to waste money? Let's stick to our local coach. Give them a long-time project, and the coaches will succeed. Westerhoff, Nigeria, because he had about 6 to stay with the Super Eagles. Result came, us getting Cup. So, local coach the opportunity and stop this unnecessary romance, the idea.
Good season. I think he has about 8 goals involvement in 14 appearances this season. About, I think, 5 goals and 3 assists. So I can't remember at this point. But I think he has been having a very good run this game, this season. And also Fulham, not just Iwobi. I think the whole team, the inclusion of Smith Rowe in the midfield and the new system of play under Marco Silva has been very, very different. And defeating Brighton like they did last night was a very, very good one for them. I think they're in the top 6 already of the league. And that shows you how they have been off season, they have been consistent with their results. Let's just hope they can continue firing on to the end of the season. And let's hope Alex Iwobi and the boys can bring this magic to the national team come match, because we've been needing a lot of magic from the players. And since the NFF cannot do the magic, we expect the players to carry this team and maybe do the magic on the field of play.
All right, Maiwa, we hope that Iwobi will keep this form till March 2025 when we take on the Rwanda side.
Well, I'm hoping he continues with this particular form. I think he has been very fantastic with Fulham. I just hope he's able to transform that into the national team. Remember, when it comes to the national team, he looks ordinary, but when he's playing for Fulham, it becomes Iwobi prime. When it comes to Nigeria, it becomes ordinary Iwobi. To transfer that form to Nigeria, because we need all the miracle we can muster for us to be able to win. And for you, Jerry, you've been so scared of this Amahoro Stadium. It seems that's the only concern in this World Cup qualification. Because always talking about how difficult it is to go to Amahoro Stadium and probably win. Yes, it's a very difficult place to be. But I hope our players can raise their game and probably continue in this kind of form and probably translate that form to our game in March. Because if we want to have any shot at qualifying or whatever miracle we are hoping for, our players need to deliver. And the jinx of over 12 years that we have not been able to break in terms of playing the Rwandans, we need to break it when we visit them, when we visit the Amahoro Stadium. That is the only way we can get our way back in terms of qualifying. So good one for Iwobi. I hope he continues with that form, and I hope he doesn't get injured.
All right, we hope they will do that. Eventually, he will replicate that form in the month of March.
It's even sad that we have our players. They will be doing very, very well in Europe. And these coaches will be like, where are these players coming from? Where are they coming from? Let me even see what they are doing in their national team. They will now go and Google which country Iwobi is from. You see Nigeria there. You now click on NFF. You now see NFF appoints Labadia as the new head coach. Tomorrow you now see under that same story you see what's his name? Anderson is on his way from Sweden to Nigeria to become the new head coach. You can see under that same story again. You now see Nigeria appoints Iguavon as the new interim manager. The drama going on in this national team is just too much. You cannot have players you cannot have the product doing very, very well in other countries in different leagues, and you come to our national team and you come to NFF, you'll be seeing different stories every day. You'll be wondering, is this brand even up to 70 years or is it almost 80 years? A brand that's been running for 70 years should know what it's doing. You cannot tell me something that you have been doing for the past 70 years and it's looking like the brand is just 2 years old or 3 years old. Compare NFF to other brands in Africa. Let me not go to in West Africa. Even Ghana and Benin Republic, they don't do these things that we are doing. They don't go coachless for 11 months. They don't have this particular set of talents we have in our team, and they will say they cannot pay a coach.
I think maybe our leaders at every sector had a meeting to drag Nigerian back 10 years, 20 years back. Because if you take a look at it, I think
this NFF one is even more than 10 years. This NFF I think was like 30 years back.
Because it seems like all the leaders sat together at a coven in a meeting. And these people are moving too forward. Let's just drag them back a little bit because it looks like witchcraft. Because look at which sector is working. Because it beats logic that you produce oil and you're able to buy oil more expensive than those who don't have it. You have talents when it comes to football and sports, and yet Benin Republic can hire a coach by the whimper and pay and there will no controversy. But a country that is blessed with football talent, even if Osimhen decide to pay the coach, he will not feel it. And yet, the NFL has the money. Everything is there. The accessories are there. But they will tell you they don't have money. And hiring a coach is now looking like, I don't know. Please, if maybe there is any spiritual issue, they should go and ask for forgiveness. Do a spiritual cleansing for the country so that we'll get things right. In where normally, logically, we're supposed to get it right. So,
maybe the NFF need to go to rugby to, there's a powerful place in rugby. Probably they can go there and probably do some cleansing there. Probably.
You have traveled though. You have traveled there. I don't know that place. We are there.
No, rugby is not. Like PGs in Osun State, it's a very popular place in Osun State. People from Osun State will know the place. However, the thing is, on the more serious note now, the thing is, I think the NFF is a reflection of the Nigerian society. A whole lot of people, when they have the opportunity, the first thing they are thinking about, is their pocket and just that, and that's what is dragging us back. And let's even leave football alone. All our sports in general, who are those? I've said it over and over again. Before we can get it right, we have to get it right from the grassroots. See, if we try from and we put people there who are out the game, not trying to enrich themselves, who are not being rewarded because they are to a particular godfather, of course, they are a boy to a politician that was just the position. I think if we begin to get it right, begin to hide, begin to put people who are about the growth of our football in those this would try. Not say, if the foundation is bad, no matter what you build, it will definitely collapse. I've seen in NFL. A whole lot of people in NFL.
There are other countries, they invest money, create academy for children that are 11, 10, 9, 8. They go and enroll. If you are good enough, they are trying to push you to the next stage, make you good enough, and before you know, you are breaking into teams. You have seen how old is Lamine Yamal? Lamine Yamal broke into the Barcelona national at 15. At 15, that was 17. He still is the most important player for Barcelona club and the most important player for the Spanish national team. How much is the NFF investing in growing youth talent? Even our under our age grades football, how many of them are we progressing at? How many of them are we doing good at? When they see that a new competition is going, they will go around and go to Oshodi, go to Yanaworo, go and pick players that are doing very well, that look like they can play well, put them together and take them. That's why we will crash out at the quarterfinals, or not quarterfinals, knockout or maybe group stage. When they are not planning, countries are planning for the next 10 years, 5 years for this academy, for these players. Nigeria NFF does not have a plan for the next 2 years. Even 1 year safe. They start percent when it was not that it was not good enough. For the past 11 months, they have not been able to replace one man.
It is what it is. Let's still talk the English Premier League, where Bournemouth's Dean Huxtable defender headed in Marcus Tavernier's corner in the 17th minute, securing a vital win that lifted Bournemouth to 9th place in the standings, while Tottenham fell to 10th after their 6th defeat of the season. And some will say Tottenham are the Robin Hood, but I think this one is even beyond Robin Hood. They give away as much as possible. They've been doing Black Friday since they beat Manchester City in the Premier League. I don't know when the Black Friday is going to end. Even Postecoglou has said that he doesn't even need the fans backing. You guys should just let me play my football as I see it. At the end of the season, if the relationship is not working, we'll divorce, we'll end it, we'll break up. So it's a relationship of mutual consent between Postecoglou and the Tottenham fans at the moment.
I think at this point he has even gotten to a bad face with them currently, because there were boos around the stadium when he was leaving the stadium yesterday, and I think it's too early. If they start booing him from the first, it's not even up to the first half of the season, and he's already getting boos from his own fan. How is he going to continue with the job? Yes, Tottenham have been very, very inconsistent. You defeat the likes of Man City and you are losing to the likes of Bournemouth. Though Bournemouth is not a small team this season, I think they also defeated Arsenal this season already. If they Arsenal also. So this not a bad side. They have been doing very well. They have been carrying themselves. But Tottenham should be dispersing teams like this easily with the way that the players expect, that the fans expect them to play. But looking at the particular team, how much investment did the Tottenham board invest in that team? What are the players they have? What are the tools and Postecoglou has in that team that you expect him to be giving you top 5-star performances?
At least they have Dominic Solanke, who has been doing well for himself. They still have Son Heung-min, and the event
has been not it in the beginning of this season. Let's not forget. Let's not rule that. He has
the likes of Pedro Porro, Bissouma. I think he has a decent squad to be able to do big things. A decent squad.
What's the depth like? All these players you mentioned, yes, they are good enough. On their off days, who are you putting in place of them? Who is coming on from the bench? Okay, you're not having a good game. Go to the bench. You come and take over. Nobody. And I think the Tottenham fans just have to be honest with themselves. They don't blame the coach alone. What is the investment that the board has put into this project?
What happened to the team that beat Manchester City 4-0? What happened to that team?
They showed more hunger in that game. and
So that means there's something mentally wrong with the team. That is it. My one, I don't understand Tottenham these days. They become pay Peter to raw Paul. I don't know what's the case of that club side at the moment.
Well, they are the Robin Hood of England. They steal from the big, give to the poor, and that's what they have been doing. I think Ange, very arrogant, and that's the reason why he's attacking the fans. He needs to admit that his team has not, there's no consistency in the team, and he needs to work towards that. I think he has the belief that if he's able to deliver a trophy for them, he'll probably shut the fans up, and that's the reason why he's very vocal and talking about, he's not something. Care the fans supporting him or that they should, these fans, contribute to the of the club in terms of budget. They have stake in the support of the club, and really right to complain. I mean, buying a ticket to watch a game is not cheap. This Tottenham has been very, very inconsistent. They lack depth. However, you will not be angry. The reason, what's the name of this their president now? Dean something, I can't remember, Dean whatever. Rather. Danny Levy is not invest in players. What is the budget he has in terms of players? They struggle to get quality players, and that's the reason a lot of top coaches have struggled in Tottenham. I will not be surprised if he is sacked before the end of the season, because I don't see this inconsistency stopping at any time. They can play when they are facing a big team, they probably raise their game. When they get to other teams, they do lackluster performance, and they don't have depth. If they have depth, when players are not performing, you have people you can bring in. If those players are not performing, and nobody to bring in, and that's where the issue is. So, for me personally, I think Ange, might be on his last lap in terms of getting sacked from the Tottenham job.
If they sack Ange, they should just go and employ Ten Hag. That's the only available coach. That's the only available. Let's take. I think he will fit their pattern since the club is not ready to invest.
See, and Danny Levy has been enjoying his good heart. They'll go and start letting the man to start having BP drugs going around with him because it's really get worse.
I think Ange's first season in Tottenham was good enough. It was fair. I think he was able to deliver with what he had. And the rest of it was when Harry Kane just left. He was able to manage Son and Kulusevski, and was able to get a little bit of result and defeated I think he defeated Ten Hag twice in that particular season. And I think he also finished in a reasonable position last season, considering the competition he had in the.
They are playing the Europa League.
And they are playing the Europa League. I feel the board let him down, because I see no reason why he was able to manage with what he had, and I think the only recruitment was Pedro Porro.
I think for me, we should not be in a hurry to start criticizing Tottenham's season. I think with what we've seen so far, they've done excellently well. And being the fact that they're still in the cup competitions, I think they're still in the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, as well as the Europa League, and even the Premier League. They're still hell-bent on being one of those teams who might still challenge for the top 4 or even make it to the Europa League places next season. So being in a 10th position after 14 games, I think we should not be in a hurry to criticize the team, and I think the Tottenham fans should show Postecoglou more respect in that aspect. So let's talk about the weekend fixtures. There'll be lots of games this weekend, and for those who don't know, Everton will be taking on Liverpool, and it's going to be at the Goodison Park, and this is going to be the last game Everton will be playing at the Goodison Park as far as the Merseyside derby is concerned. They'll be moving from Goodison Park next season, meaning that they'll be moving to a new stadium. It's going to be a keenly contested affair, and Mohamed Salah's impressive form could be crucial for Liverpool because the likes of Darwin Núñez have refused to stoop to conquer. But I don't know why. He will have the best answer to that. Last season, he had to delete all of his pictures on his Instagram page. I hope this time around he will not delete his account.
That's what is left of him. Unfortunately, we were joking about before the show. We were discussing about how Salah has been very important for Liverpool side. That if Salah has not been in form and has not delivered the amount of goals he had delivered this season, I think Liverpool will be sitting in the 7th or 8th position with the likes of Fulham and the rest. And we joke about just imagine having Darwin Núñez going to PSG and joining Kolo Muani and Ousmane Dembele. Tell the comments you made.
I think they will close shop. They will just say we are not playing football this season.
It was
next season we will come back.
Luis Enrique will be moving with BP drugs and the medic and to just check on his health every time, because just imagine 3 players.
I'm sure the owners will join the bench. To start as I sit down the list. Please just put it here. Don't play it too much. Just touch the ball small. It's going to be a very big game at the Goodison Park this weekend. A very, very blockbuster fixture. Sean Dyche, one man I don't like playing against because he knows how to make his teams play boring football when he wants to. Or if he's looking for goals, he knows how to go about it. But I think playing a high-flying Liverpool side at the moment, he will surely want to at least pick a point in this one. So it's going to be a keenly contested affair between Everton and Liverpool. And anytime Liverpool plays early kickoff game, I'm always worried. 12:30 p.m. is jinxed as far as Liverpool is concerned. Yeah, so the last time out they played Ipswich, though, it ended 3-1. Ipswich scored first. So it's going to be a very difficult game going to Goodison Park this time around.
Well, it's going to be a very difficult game. Definitely, the Merseyside derby, it's always full of surprises. Everton might not be playing anything, but when it comes to Liverpool, because of the proximity and the rivalry there, they want to, like the Yorubas will say, one part considered not themselves there in terms of how of their performance. Although Everton is a very difficult team. Sean Dyche is known to be very in terms of how he set up his team defensively and the rest of that. But this game is very critical in helping Liverpool a step further, or giving them, or probably spoiling their season in terms of reducing the point that if they draw this particular game with all other teams catching up and Arsenal using their to win games, that might spell doom for Liverpool. Liverpool to win this, for them to be sustain the momentum, on top of the league. The draw against Newcastle, has dealt a blow to them in terms of their gap, and they will need to win this particular difficult. It's very, very difficult, and I hope, and Darwin Núñez is not a player you can bank on. I just hope Salah will be able to deliver with news coming out. He has signed a new contract, probably that will ginger him to be able to do better. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how Liverpool will handle Everton in that particular game.
And we're praying that Salah should go, and Van Dijk, don't worry, it's not going to happen. Salah is staying, and it's going to torment you more. This is bad news for the United fans. Who knows? Salah knows his way around Old Trafford, and even Goodison Park. I know the Everton fans will not be happy that he will be wanting to celebrate the talk about a new transfer in fine style. He might be looking towards a hat-trick. Let's see how that one pans out. All right, there will be other games to look forward to. If our producers will give us the lineup so that our viewers can enjoy the fixtures for this weekend in the English Premier League. Aston Villa will be at home. They take on Southampton, who I don't know their plan this season, whether their plan is to show their face and go back to the Championship. There's also Brentford versus Newcastle United. Crystal Palace is going to be a very difficult game for Manchester City. Palace knows how to beat City too. So, and though City did well against Nottingham Forest, it's going to be a different ball game against Crystal Palace. Manchester United takes on Nottingham Forest, who have been licking their wounds after they lost to City, and United, on the back of those two dark horses corners, will be looking forward to show some bit of return against Nottingham at Old Trafford. There's Fulham with that form. They beat Arsenal last season. Was it home and away? They beat Arsenal home and away last season. And this time around, they'll be fancying their chances with that form of Iwobi, who will surely want to show Mikel Arteta what he's missing. And as they take on Arsenal, there's Ipswich versus Bournemouth.
We don't forget Smith Rowe is also there.
Smith Rowe, yeah, definitely.
The player that Arteta chased out.
Yeah.
He gave me opportunity
after bringing on the guy.
I'm sure it's going to be showing him a little bit
his stuff is made of. There's also Leicester City versus Brighton. Spurs. Oh, Postecoglou, I feel for Postecoglou right now, taking on Chelsea. And there's West Ham versus Wolves, which looks like it might be talking about Lopetoglu's last job if he loses to Wolves.
I'll know. No, okay. For West Ham, I was looking at Postecoglou for Tottenham. These are kind of matches that he turns up.
Yeah.
These are the kind of matches he will go in and go and get the victory and shut the fans up for the next couple of games. And maybe next weekend or 2 weeks from now, they'll go and lose to Southampton. Oh. So I think this is a game, this kind of game that Chelsea shouldn't be scared of facing Ange. An Ange that just lost to Bournemouth. And that the fans are currently calling for his head. I think they might deliver on that particular day. And don't forget, it's in the White Hart Lane. So I think Tottenham might be getting the result. But the interesting one should be Crystal Palace and Man City. Let's see if Man City win over the week against Nottingham Forest or Sunday flick. Yeah. So if they can cut it against a Crystal Palace side who have been decent all through the season, then good for them. I think we should be scared of Man City. Then if Crystal Palace are able to get the victory, they will know that they are just doing gaga. They are not yet ready. They are still doing giveaway. Black Friday has not ended.
Mario, has the mighty falling? On a good day when City wants to play Crystal Palace, everybody will just go and book it down. 3 points. But today we are saying if they survive Crystal Palace, as well.
Please don't book anything down. Book anything down, you know what will happen there. So please don't book it down. I think the win against Nottingham Forest, I think the thing is this, they needed the win to boost their confidence, to get their confidence back, and they've been able to do that. They were fantastic against Nottingham Forest, and a whole lot of their players that they were missing, Doku was very impressive in that particular game. KDB is back. He's fully fit to start the game now, and he's going to be very, very instrumental against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, yes, they blow hot and cold. They know how to beat Man City. However, at the moment, since that particular victory, I don't see Man City stopping. I won't be surprised if Man City goes, on a 10, on a 10-game run in terms of winning and dispatching it, because they really need that now to be able to step up the pressure on Liverpool and the rest of that. I mean, owing to the fact that Liverpool, missed out on the opportunity to be able to beat Newcastle. Also, Arsenal, Fulham. I think, for me personally, I have an issue with Arsenal, and I think the FA needs to address this. The way Arsenal is scoring goals, they are scoring illegal goals, and that's just the only truth. When Mikel said this earlier in the season, a lot of people were coming for his head that he doesn't like Arsenal, and that's the reason for that. How will Arsenal be playing corner kick that way? And the referees and VAR are not saying anything. They are literally attacking the goalkeeper, pushing the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper is supposed to be the most protected player on the field of play. The game against Manchester United, there's no reason why Manchester United will concede those goals if not for those dubious corner kick, and the VAR and referee decided to keep quiet. I think it's high time the FA reviews this, because it doesn't make any sense. Arsenal cannot score in open play. They rely on corner kick and harass the goalkeeper to get the goals, which is robbing football of the excitement in it. I hope Fulham will be able to deliver, and this is not me trying to be vindictive against Arsenal. With the form Fulham is in Wobi, it's probably will be a very what Arsenal has been able to do. They've been able to take themselves, dispatching material. That's how they scored their goals. I think they probably have one over Fulham, owing to the fact that Fulham contributed to them not winning their game last season. For Manchester, I think the game against, I think United will be exposed again, because Nottingham Forest, they have a similar style of play to Arsenal. They are very dominant in terms of possession, and probably I don't think Manchester United have the players to be able to keep up. Against Everton, we were so lucky that Everton did not take their chances. That's the reason why we won that particular game. Against Arsenal, Arsenal have played Manchester United in terms of possession, and that might happen against Nottingham Forest, because I don't think we have the quality to be able to play the style that Amorim wants to play against the Nottingham Forest.
All right, and of course, we'll take your prediction, Chelsea versus Tottenham. And some have said that Maresca have exceeded a lot of expectations. For me, he has just built on what was left behind by Pochettino. And of course, they're doing well at the moment.
Well, for me, it's going to be a very difficult game. Tottenham has been very, very incompetent. They are very and the inconsistency, has played to them. Chelsea, apart from the two glitches that they had when they lost those two games and drew some couple of games on their case, Maresca has been able to do something different. And a whole lot of the players are weekend when they want to play. Most of the players on the weekend.
Paul.
Okay, and still taking more, but definitely time will not permit us to go on and on. We just would like to wrap it up here and continue when we'll come back on Monday and keep it locked on the Voice of the People TV. Maiwa, I want to say enjoy the weekend.
Well, I'm looking forward to Man City winning. I mean, for the sake of my years in the house, hope to win. Thank you for having me.
All right, have a great weekend. Big thanks to the likes of Shegun, not leaving out Sam Paul, and of course Ike Chuku. James, has been awesome having you as well on the show.
Thank you for having me. We look forward to seeing good results on Monday.
All right, look forward to good results on Monday, of course. And from me, Jerry Apelahai, I want to say have a fantastic weekend.